first Iowa buck down. November 20th, and this is really my first hunt for the month of November this year. I've been working like crazy, working a lot of hours. I film hunts for a living, film for Whitetail Properties TV, and been filming Ben Harshine here in Iowa a lot this month. He connected on a buck the evening of November 6th, and that was pretty awesome. Got some cool footage of that. And then since then, he's been after his first landowner buck and hasn't got one yet, but we've been putting in a lot of hours in the stand, sitting pretty much all day sits for the past 8 to 9 days, and it's been a grind. It's been pretty slow, to be honest. Lockdown is in full force. A lot of the bucks and does are just not moving around at all, even with the really cool temps. It's been in the low 20s, and with the wind chill down right around 0, so weather's been pretty good, but it's just been lockdown, and the deer just don't move during that time frame much. So I think we're right on the tail end. Like I said, it's the 20th, so I think these bucks are starting to cruise around a little more. The trail camera activity has really picked up a lot the past 24 hours or so, and there's actually a camera right here about 50 yards in front of me on a scrape, and I checked that camera yesterday, and there's been a really nice buck in here. Pretty big frame on him. Looks like he has a really big body. Definitely a mature deer, so that's kind of the one I'm in here after. He was actually hitting that scrape last night, right at last light. I think it was like 5:16 p.m., which is pretty much right at or close to the end of shooting light. So he's in the area for sure, and hopefully he comes past and does the same thing that he did last night, but maybe a little bit sooner, so I have a little bit more light to make a shot tonight. At least that's the hope. Wow, what an awesome night. Saw 20 plus deer, just no mature bucks. Back after it, sitting in the same stand that I sat last night. Had a really good hunt, as you saw, and I've got a perfect win for this spot. Wind's gonna switch tomorrow, so this is my last chance to hunt this, and decided to come back. Hopefully that big buck shows up. He hasn't been on this camera at all.
the past day and a half or so, and I don't really have any other trail cams around on this part of the farm, so I don't really know where he's at, but you never know, he could very well be bedded nearby and come through here this evening.
Awesome evening tonight. Saw a lot more bucks tonight than I did last night, including that nice younger tall 8-point and that mature looking 10 with a busted tine. Super cool looking deer, just not something I'm looking to shoot. I'm in the middle of a huge timber chunk this morning. It's like 200 acres of solid hardwood timber. Something I'm not used to hunting, but I basically just picked a spot on a map last night. I'm kind of overlooking a couple ridge lines that come together here. Wind is blowing down behind me. Thermals are actually really good. It's so still this morning. The thermals seem to be going straight up because this little buck just came right downwind to me and never smelled me or anything, so I think the thermals are working in my favor this morning. It's coming down to crunch time. I mean, basically the whole time I've been hunting, it's been crunch time. It's only my, I suppose, 4th sit for November, and I only have just a couple more before I'm back to filming, and then the season ends when the gun season comes in here soon. So I'm really hoping a nice, solid, mature buck comes by this morning. I really like this setup. I've never been back here, ever. And there's a couple scrapes. I saw a lot of scrapes and rubs on my way in here, so definitely think it's a good spot. And actually saw a pretty nice buck, probably 300-400 yards from here in the timber yesterday when I was checking the cameras. So hopes are high for today. It's a buck we call Hurricane. Nice looking buck. He's mature, but we're not really sure how old he is. And he has kind of a goofy right side with like a double main beam. It's really cool looking. He busted some stuff off, but we're gonna give him one more year and see what he looks like next year. There was some commotion over to my right, some grunting and chasing and stuff, and he heard that and took off that direction, so I'm not really sure what's going on over there. There's two bucks over there. There's another one coming in behind. I just rattled in 3 bucks at the same time. Buck, a big buck coming in. He just fell over. Thank you, Jesus. He just fell over. He just fell over. I did it. First Iowa buck. First Iowa buck. First Iowa buck. First Iowa buck. Down. Yes, thank you, Jesus. I can't believe that just happened. I can't believe that just happened. I got him. I got him. I got him. Yes. Yes. I think that's the 12th buck I've seen this morning. 12. It's insane. And we haven't seen this deer on camera in probably a month. Honestly, I didn't know if he was even still around. Just super old looking. I mean, he looked older than me when he was standing right there. But anyway, saw a little buck come up the hill behind me, and then he was right behind him. I couldn't believe it. That's the biggest deer. The biggest deer I've seen all year. I snort wheezed at him, head snapped around, came right in, like 25 yards, drilled him. Yes. And he's down there in the ditch behind me. Yes. First Iowa buck. Shooting the resistance release this fall. I absolutely love it. I was so nerved up. I just told myself, he was quartering toward him, like, just calm down. You're going to make a perfect shot. You're going to pull through, and it's going to hit exactly where you're aiming. And that's what happened. Thankfully, he turned, stopped him, and he gave me a perfect broadside shot. And I'm tagged out in Iowa just like that. Just like that. Yes. Yes. Just got down. Let's go get him. I know he's down there below me somewhere. Let's see here. He was standing. Oh yeah, blood. He's standing right here. Oh, blood right away. I'll show you where I was up in the tree. Here's first blood. See my stand? That's right where I was. All right, just gonna go down there and look for the body. He curved way around this ridge here, and oh, I'm on blood. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of blood. I want good blood here. Didn't even know I was on the trail. Oh my goodness. Oh, there's my arrow. There's my arrow. Oh, I think I see him way down there. I'll get my arrow here. Oh, I see him down there laying in the bottom. I'm just gonna go straight down to him. Here we go. Oh, first whitetail buck I've killed in over 2 years. Oh, there he is. There we go.
Look at that old bruiser. Yes. Yes. Got him. Oh, it's an honor to be sitting behind my very first Iowa buck. Been dreaming of this day for a really long time. Watching videos when I was 10, 11, 12 years old of people killing Iowa giants, and I dreamed that someday I would move to Iowa and be able to hunt with the resident tag myself. And this is my very first buck as a resident of the state of Iowa. And man, it was an exciting one this morning. Saw 12 different bucks and just oh man, it was just awesome. It's pretty warm out. I think it's going to get up to like 50 degrees today, but this morning it was really frosty, calm and cool, and boy were the bucks up on their feet. Only saw a couple does, but those bucks are just looking for those last couple does that are in estrus and really doing a lot of cruising and looking for the next one, and that's exactly what this guy was doing. Snort wheezed him in, as you saw. Thought he was like 20 to 25 yards, but I ranged and he was like 15 yards. And man, what a hunt. What a cool buck. Had a couple pictures of this guy in October, and we really haven't had many photos for the past month of him, but I figured he was just cruising around during the rut like most bucks do, and I bet that's what he was doing. And when I pulled up the binos today and saw these tall brow tines, I knew exactly what buck it is, and he was one that was on the list and one that I was able to shoot, and that's exactly what happened today. Oh man, what a cool deer. Tall brows, white beams, nice Iowa 10. Yes. Thank you, Jesus.